soon as I turned 50, I got shingles.
Oh,
I got COVID.
oh no.
Stopped having my period.
Oh,
So I would assume that's menopause. So triple whammy when I turned 50. When I did get COVID, I did lose my smell and taste. So that lasted about 2.5 years.
whoa. Two and a
And
half years. That's a long time.
it gets better. And a friend of mine sent me 5 days of patches. Now, this is 2.5 years in, and I said, of course, I'll try them for you. And I got them. I looked at the pamphlet and I put it on top of my dresser. So around that time, my skin started changing. So I started getting patches and they would turn into, big purple circles. And they kind of looked like ringworm, but it wasn't. I went to my dermatologist, had a biopsy, and it was granuloma annulare
Okay.
and based off viruses in your body. So I went home and started researching different modality, how I can treat this naturally, holistically. And the biggest one that came back was phototherapy, light therapy, targeted light therapy. And for some reason, a light bulb went in my head and I said, where are those patches? I think it said phototherapy. So I went back home, I opened them up, read the pamphlet again, and I said, okay, now this is a year later. So this is 3.5 years. I'm going to do the patches. So I said, I'll give it 5 days. And about the third day in, my husband and I were going to the farmer's market. And I had in Ohio, when it gets a little bit nice, you have the windows down because you've been inside so long, it's so gray. So my
Mhm.
window was cracked, and I'm starting to smell. And
Wow.
I'm like, honey, can you smell that? Can you smell that? I rolled the window down, stuck my head out the window like a dog. I'm literally smelling the creek water, the mud, the grass, the air. I was smelling. I immediately called Laura and I said, Laura, do these patches bring your smell back? And she went, oh, honey, they do so much. And I went, okay, bye. Hung up on her, went to the farmer's market like a little kid, apples, pumpkin pies, all of it. Went home that evening. We sat on the front porch and I listened to Dr. Stacy and a couple other videos. And the next day I called Laura. I said, I'm in, sign me up. So,
Yeah. And so those five patches she shared with you were that was over a year ago before you
oh,
opened them.
yeah, it was probably 3.5 years now. Yeah.
But I mean, they sat on where your refrigerator, I think you
My
said.
bedroom on top of my on my dresser.
Okay, were they what patches were they? Were they X39?
X39. That's it.
And they sat there for over a year.
Over a year. And when you lose something like smell, you kind of forget. You just go on with life and you forget. But when that came back, that drive to the farmer's market, I had my body was I was energized. I mean, I couldn't I I love the smell of mud. I mean, I'm like, who likes to smell creek water, right? Um, it was fantastic. It was amazing. So I've been with LifeWave now for 2 years in August, and I've seen so many wonderful, wonderful results on so many people, and it's just getting better and better every day. And my skin's getting better. So it's a pesky little,
Wonderful.
yeah.
Wow, that's great. So, have you used any other patches besides X39 over
I
the past?
use them all.
You use them all. Okay.
I use them all, and I'll be honest with you, I'm learning more and more about, the acupuncture points of the body and all of that. And I can honestly say, if you take the time and place the patches differently on your body, um, you do get different results. Some days I have higher smells. I mean, I smell it's instant. Some days it's not. I mean, it's just wild what's happening on inside the body. It's amazing.
Wow. So what have you felt? Have you felt anything besides regaining your sense of smell? I mean, I'm sure there were some unexpected results. I think it sounds like it was probably all unexpected to you, but were there some other things that you felt since you've been patching over the last few years?
Well, energy, I'm
Yeah.
sleeping. I mean, obviously I'm in full-blown menopause and I mean, I feel fantastic.
Yeah, you don't seem it, that's for sure.
Yeah, healing. I mean, I had babies later in life, so I just kind of didn't think, I was even, I just totally missed the whole perimenopause part, I guess. Um, but more energy, more patience, less anxiety, better sleeping. And my husband, whether he wants to believe it or not, is his hair is turning darker. We laugh about it. Um, but yeah, it's all around a fantastic tool.
Okay, wonderful. So yeah, there have been studies done on, well, lots of studies on all of the patches, but on X39, one of them shows better brain coherence, that left brain, right brain balancing. It sounds like you've experienced a lot of the benefits. And that is one thing that really caught me off guard and surprised me how many people I've met that said, my gosh, I was all gray and now my hair's growing back in that my normal old color, but not just at the roots. I hear it that it's all over. It's changing color. So that's neat, comes in fuller. But just to be able to have energy again, to be able to sleep more deeply, to not have those symptoms you had, to be able to smell. I can't imagine not being able to smell for that length of time. You probably just kind of forgot, you got used to it,
You
and
do.
good
It's
smell
good.
again. It's yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Well, and we attribute so much to our sense of smell. I mean, that's why you can smell a perfume your grandmother used to wear, or type of a cookie or a bread she used to bake, and it instantly takes you back.
Yes.
So it's important. That wow, that's wonderful. And you say you've used all the patches. Can you tell people about some of those patches that you've used and why some of the others besides X39? That is our flagship patch, our foundational patch.
I'm using the X49 also, every day. The glutathione is one of my favorites. I like to play around where I put that patch for the antioxidant, that part of it. Energy enhancers again, like Melinda said,
Yeah.
just a beautiful, clean energy, and it just lasts all day. Um, and I also like to kind of think that it's making the communication better. Like it's just
Hmm.
talking to each other. Um,
Yeah.
I've used Ice Wave on my mom and my
For pain.
friend, just for pain.
Yeah.
Um, and it's an amazing, and that again is another amazing thing to witness is playing around with those little pain ice waves and actually seeing it go away. I mean,
Yeah.
actually seeing the pain go away. So again, it's not going to be instant, and it's going to take some time and research and patience. But take the time and patience and do it because you will reap the benefits.
Well, and without the side effects, without the toxic overload that so many people are dealing with from medications now. That's great. What about so you've used patches on your mother, anything other than Ice Wave on her?
Yes, she is on X39 and glutathione and Eon. She had knee surgery, which I had her on all of those. She ended up getting a funky thing in her eye, and we've had some issues with her eye over the past year. So I've been adamant about her, wearing the patch, and she is now healing. So, and her friend has more energy. He's golfing, his pain. He had tendonitis in his ears, so we kind of played around with that, and it went away.
Wow.
So again, it's an amazing tool. I think the hardest part for a lot of people is, it takes some time and research to try to do things the healthy way. You know, it's so easy just to pop something or take something, but take the time and dive in and research because it's worth it. It really is.
Yeah, it sure is. Wow. So you are now 53, correct?
I am going to be 55 next month.
54. Okay, so you're 54.
Yes.
How do you feel at 54 compared to when you were 50, when all this happened?
I feel fantastic. I feel
Do you
great.
feel younger now at age
Yes,
54 than when
I
you
do.
were 50?
Oh, 50 hit me hard because
Sure did.
mentally I was always in shape. I had kids later, but obviously that there was a period of time there that you just kind of let things go and it kind of gets crazy and then you get hit with all of this stuff and everybody just says, "Oh, it's midlife." I mean, the commercials say when you turn 50, get the shingles, get it, you have to get it. And it's like, "Dang, no, I'm okay. It was right." I turned 50,
Yeah.
had all this stuff happen. So, I feel fantastic today.
Well,
So,
you look fantastic.
thank you.
Yeah. So thank you so much for sharing this with us.